Hello everybody, today is the 29th of March and as always we're going to tell the pen story. This pen story has changed a lot of people's life. It should light into why something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So let's get started, okay? What is this? It's a pen. What do we use a pen for? To write. Now there is a dog inside the room. I want to wave this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sniff, lick, or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, but for the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog world, and the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now, let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm going to put this thing on the table. And then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room, there'll be no human, no dog. What does this thing become then? Is it still a pen or a chewing toy? Oh, it becomes almost nothing. Neither a pen nor a chewing toy, right? And the ancients call this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life, just like Michael Roche applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build a business with a revenue of $250 million a year. He's also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the pen story, okay? So this technically on the table, when there's no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with, it comes back to true self, we call it the emptiness. But as soon as I go back into the room and I look at this becomes a pen. When the dog comes back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I comes back to the room at the very same time, we both look at this at the very same time, what does this thing becomes? It becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing, when there's no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with, it comes back to true self, we call it the emptiness. So the emptiness is not, it's not nothingness, it's not darkness, blackness, nothingness, or no feeling, no thinking. The emptiness is just someone doesn't interact with anyone. And we all, each and every single one of us, whether you are human, human being or animals or object or things, we all have the emptiness. But in reality, we always interact with someone or something, right? So that's the reason why we always have the potential to become anything or anyone depending on who or what is looking at us at that very moment. So that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now, I see this as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is the pen itself, then the dog or anything in this entire universe, we have to see it for what it is, which is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. Now we all agree that this pen is coming from my mind, right? So I'm gonna change my mind and I'm gonna believe this one become a diamond, okay? So please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eyes. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? There are seeds inside our mind that the ancient wisdom calls karma. When we see something, the seed inside our mind pop up, open up, and cover this and made us see it for what had been planted early into our mind. So who planted those seeds into our mind then? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, and only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? We do it by three ways: by our words, by our actions, by our thoughts, especially toward other people. So for instance, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to say that I have the pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say yes, please, I'd be so happy to give this for my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I do this palm open up and both me and my friend will see it, and it's draw a living mark in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen is being planted into my mind. Now I pop up, open up, and cover this and made it see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind. And this is how a pen become a pen, or anything surround us become what and who they are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today we went over 4 different lessons. The first lesson is both are correct, so we learn to respect each other's opinion, we learn to respect each other's choices, and we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. The second lesson is, along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential of everyone or everything around you, and trust the potential of whatever happened to you. And lesson number 3 is, everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So be 100% responsible to whatever happened to you. Don't blame anyone, because in the end, you are the only one who can plant the seed into your mind. And the last but very important lesson is how to create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So first, you have to know what you want to achieve in your life, and then after that, you have to know, you have to plan those things using our word or action or thoughts to other people. So if for instance you want to have you want to have you want to have wisdom, then plan the wisdom seed using your word, your action, your thoughts to other people, helping other people to be wiser. If you want to have prosperity, then you use your word, your action, your thoughts, help to other people, helping other people to be more prosperous. If you want to have if you want to have health, then use your word, your action, your thoughts to other people, helping other people to be healthier. And just like that, whatever that you want, making sure that you use your word, your action, your thoughts to other people, helping them to get that very same seed. And the lesson that today that I'm going to share with you is actually it's already 10:39 p.m. and it's the Sunday. And so all my family is sleeping right now. My husband actually want to go to bed a bit early today, but then I started working, and then when I look at the time, it's already 10:39. It's already like a past 10. And then but then I decided that, no matter what, I already made the commitment of telling the pen story. So, this is the time to challenge me to see whether I will be able to come to keep my commitment, and be disciplined. So I kept telling the pen story, and I'm very happy that I'll be able to do that. And I think that this 5 minutes, but then it's very important point is that whether you keep going or you just being slacking one day, and then that keep moving on. So I do hope that by just doing this every one single day, just one day after another, that give me the momentum to keep going with the pen story. And one of this day I will be able to reach the 3,000 day. It's still a long way, but I'm still thinking that is it doable, and I'm gonna go to that world. And I think my body is about to reach his I think it's more than 700 days already. So that is a really good thing. So I feel very happy for him, and I'm grateful to have such a great body who will be there for me, so that just kind of encouraging each other, so that we can keep moving forward to our goal, which is getting 3,000 day telling the pen story. So thank you everyone for listening to me today. Thank you, Anu, for accompanying me in the 3,000 day journey. And by me telling you the pen story or sharing you with you my lesson is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my coworkers, to my clients, to my neighbors, to any living things in this world, any other words with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.